What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we back. First of all, let me tell you something. It's a little late. Girl, it's 12:30. I had to take a nap. Y'all know when I have to go to work on Fridays, that's like one of my early days of the week. And girl, I'm off of caffeine, so I was tired. I was tired, so I just had to take a nap when I came home. And baby, by the time I woke up, the show was already off. I mean, I had recorded it on my DVR, but I said, let me go ahead and wash some clothes too, so I can get this out the way. Because if I would have started recording, I wouldn't have did what I had to do. But anyway. Girl, we back for the Belle Collective, okay? This is one of the shows that I actually like. And let me just tell y'all something. Oh, they brought it in the first episode for the most part. That last scene, baby, we'll get there. We'll get there. I saw the little preview. Now listen, everybody getting a clean slate for right now, okay? Everybody getting a clean slate. Nobody bothered me this episode. And so I'm just gonna wipe the slate clean. Miss Akeisha, baby, I'm gonna say your name right, okay? Because for right now, it seems like you may be turning over a new leaf. I may be liking you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a chance this time, okay? Because we done got acquainted with you, we done synced the reunion, we done ironed out some stuff, whatever. That's just how I do. I give people clean slates, you know what I'm saying? Miss Marie, you got one too, okay? Because maybe my opinion could change. You never know, okay? But one thing about my opinion, one thing that didn't change was this whole situation with Cliff and Latrice. But baby, we'll get there when we get there. But speaking of, girl, the episode started off with Cliff and Latrice. So, their whole storyline last year, she's trying to find a building for her Goddess Lengths store. She want a brick and mortar actual building that is just hers, so she can make some salons and some suites out of it, you know what I'm saying, which would be cool. She said at one point she want retail up top. No, salon up top or retail down bottom or vice versa. Either way, she just wants to own the building. Understandable, okay? I feel like that's a good business move, whatever. And when we saw last season, so Gucci came on and, she was helping to find a building. Okay, come to find out, she didn't even use So Gucci to find the building. Okay, she didn't close with somebody else, put it on Instagram and all that stuff. So at this moment, that's going to be an issue and a cause of contention between the girls. And, that's just what it is. Meanwhile, over there at Latrice's house, she is living in the house with Cliff, her husband. I think one of his kids has come back home. And so now they are living with them, plus his grandkids. That is the kids to his kid. You know what I'm saying? And Latrice is in the confessionals talking about something. You know what? I don't even like kids, but this kind of cute having little things around or whatever. And I said, oh, you go from that to the preview talking about something we're gonna try to have a baby or whatever. And my whole thing is I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself because that last scene in this episode just did not sit right with me, and it's very much concerning to me. And I just hope everything is on a good footing, because looks can be deceiving, but baby, what we saw and what we heard and what we read is giving off some stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Now, let me tell you this. They got a friend, well, Latrice's friend slash co-worker is staying with them because, as you know, Jackson, Mississippi been having some issues with their water, just like Flint, Michigan was. And at one point they had to boil water. At one point they couldn't drink water and all that stuff. And so because, Latrice doesn't live directly in the areas where the water is affected, she's allowing her friend to stay with her, Josh. Now, see, this is not going to be a good thing because, one, Josh, I get that you are concerned about Latrice. I get that you don't like her husband, because a lot of us don't. But even though you are a friend and you're also a co-worker, well, no, you're also her employee, and she's allowing you to stay up in your home, in her home, rent free. The way that he came down there talking to Cliff, talking about Cliff right in front of his face, and I don't like your husband, and who is this, and blah blah blah, and all this stuff, and you control. It was just too much. It was too much, and I just did not like it. Granted, we all on the same page. We all on the same page, but there comes a time where you need to have respect and you need to have boundaries, okay? You are literally living in this man's house. Well, Latrice's house, okay? And if he was to all of a sudden say, get your ass out, you gonna be feeling some type of way. And if that nigga was to all of a sudden call you a homophobic slur, you damn sure gonna be feeling some type of way. Because you up here doing a whole lot. You are being hella disrespectful in that household. Okay? And then you go in there and you talk to Latrice, and yeah, I get it, you concerned or whatever, but again, I feel as though boundaries need to be put in place. You can't tell somebody, I don't like your husband, I don't like this, I don't like that, as if they gonna go ahead and do something and fix it so for your liking or whatever, and as if they're gonna take your opinion right off the bat. It's one thing to voice how you feel, but you can obviously see that something else is going on. How about you just be there and open up the door to be a listening ear so that she can open up to you about the things that's going on, instead of you just going ahead and saying, well, you need to get rid of this and you need to do this and you need to do that. When you do that, sometimes for some people, that makes them close off. Mind you, we just found out that Latrice and Cliff ain't even sleeping up in the same bedroom. I said, now see girl, I said it last season and I'm going to say it this season. Baby, I just don't see it for Cliff and Latrice lasting. I don't see how they lasted 7 years already. You do not want kids. You about to compromise and try to get this man a baby for what? For what? He already treats you like a child as it is. You up here calling him Zaddy, and you really think, listen, Zaddy is cute when we fucking. Cause I ain't calling no motherfucking body. You call me daddy, but I ain't calling no motherfucking body. If I was straight, I ain't calling you no goddamn daddy, bitch. Okay, fuck that. Zaddy, all right? And that's only when we fucking, like I said, bitch. But we out in public, you sitting down here in the confessionals, Zaddy this and Zaddy that. Nigga, no girl, we not finna do that, okay? That just does not. It puts us back into that mode where we already knew that you looking for a father figure in your husband. And that's just, you need to go to some therapy. You need to go to therapy to understand what that is. You got daddy issues out the ass and you know it. You said it. Now let's go do something about it, okay? We having daddy issues. That don't mean that we finna go have an old ass man to be our husband / daddy, bitch. No, you sound like Monique Latrice, okay? The reason why I call him daddy is because he raised me. Girl, what? Y'all damn near the same age. How that motherfucker raised you? Did you come out of his sperm sack? No. Girl, it's just really, really weird. That has been one of the main things that has bothered me about Latrice and Cliff's relationship. Like, girl, you are putting on a front. And at the end of the episode, we realized how much of a front you was putting on, okay? Now, moving on from that, we get the whole situation with, what's her name? Letitia. Girl, Letitia, I want you to stop playing with us this season, okay? Do not get on here playing games with us. Girl, if I get a comment talking about some, baby, they still together. Letitia and Glenn living together. They just fronting, okay? I'm going to be so mad at you, girl. I'm going to be so mad at you. But Glenn, you need to understand, okay? Listen, you messed up. You put y'all in the situation that y'all are in now, okay? This is all your fault. Letitia is out here being this independent businesswoman, showing you that, listen, technically speaking, I'm with you because I love you and you provide good dick. That's it. Other than that, I can do bad all by myself. I can provide. I got a business. I'm thriving. I can take care of my child by myself. I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you, girl. That's what she's showing, okay? And Glenn just can't take it. But, you know, they picking up the kids or whatever, picking up little Joshy from the little trampoline play area or whatever. And, you know, Letitia talking about some. She just upset at Glenn because she tired of him out here making her look stupid. Girl, let me tell you something. Not only is he making you look stupid, but you making yourself look stupid too. Because we was sitting here telling you, leave that man, okay? Divorce that man. We was telling you, you know what? Put it on ice for a while. Not a minute, a while. It's a difference. A minute is this, a while is this, bitch. You saw that man at that, you saw him at that reunion. You said, damn, kitty purring. And then all of a sudden you said, come get this, come eat this. And he said, gobble, gobble. And you said, good boy. And that was it. You let that man back in. And that's why that man is up here sitting like he can think and do whatever he wants to. And he got this hold on you. And I get it, y'all been together for 20 plus years. Understandable, since y'all was kids, okay? But at the same time, girl, if you gonna tell that man that he can't come over and we ain't finna be together no more, whatever, you can't be giving him the kitty. You can't be giving him the kitty. You gotta cut it all off, all right? Now, see, you had a moment of weakness. Trust and believe. I trust. I understand. I understand. You thought that you was gonna get back together with that man and everything was gonna be good. Come to find out that man was still out here talking to people in his DMs and everything and fucked it all up real quick, okay? And you said deuces for the second time. You got me out here looking stupid. I'm back at my mama house. I said, well, you took them sob tears or whatever it was at that reunion. You thought everything was all to the good and he placed it on you or whatever. He put that thing, doom. You know what? Glenn looked like it's heavy, okay? That's what the girls say. It look like it's heavy. You know, I watch porn, okay? So I was just like, oh my God, no wonder why, you know. You're a little dickmatized, and that's just what it is, okay? And you've been having the same one for 23 years. That's a long time to be fucking the same thing. But okay, that's cute. You know, I guess. Goals. Not really. But you do what you do. Meanwhile, you talk about some. Letitia said she about to look into getting her a new place. And he like, why you getting us a new place? You know, trying to get a new place or whatever. You don't want to let me in, and then you talking about something you want structure and you want to give Josh structure and all this stuff, but now you finna go look for a new apartment. And I'm sitting here like, sir, the way that he is getting upset and talking about how, you know, he ain't ever want the family to be like this and he don't want this and now you doing this. This is your fault. He puts all the blame on Letitia for messing up the structure of the family, but yet you the one that put this in motion by doing what you did and by not letting her just come down from it and really feel as though she can actually forgive you or move on. Because you keep popping up and all this stuff. We're going to be seeing it up in this season too. The little pop-ups. You got to stop it. You got to stop it, okay? That is what I need y'all to understand. When y'all are going through some stuff or whatever in y'all relationships, okay? And if a person say, give me some space, give them that space. And when they are ready to come to you, let them come to you, okay? Do not keep on badgering them and saying, you want to talk now? Did I come to you to talk yet? No, I did not. Now, when I come to you, we'll know, okay? And if you can't hold off, then we don't need to be together, all right? Because that means that you don't understand and you don't see exactly what it is that I'm pissed off about that you did. Moving on from that, Letitia and Glenn, I want y'all to stop fucking playing with me, okay? Girl, and you want to know who else I want to stop playing? I want Tambra and Damon to stop playing with us. And mostly, I feel like it's Tambra, okay? Tambra. Listen, you still talking the same in that confessional and you talking different when you were sitting there with Damon. I need you to pick a voice. Okay? Are we going to be on the radio? Are we going to be professional? Or are we just going to be real? Which one we going to do? Because you ain't doing all of them. And you haven't been doing all of them for the past couple of seasons, all right, ma'am? Now, you and Damon are staying in the same place together, and you can't wrap your mind around the fact that you are not married to this man. You know, and so I guess not being married to this man has frozen and dried her up. And I said, what the fuck is going on with you, Tambra? She up here thinking about, you know, she said, I need some space. Like, get a little condo. Like, you got your man cave. And I'm like, get a little condo or something. And I said, now, hold up, Tambra. How do you go from him having a man cave, and when we normally say man cave, a man cave literally be up in the house. Probably in the basement, the den, the extra room in the house. It's in the house. We're still in the same home. We're still in the same place. You said a whole ass condo, a whole ass apartment. Girl, what the hell? Y'all just moved in and now you want to move out because you need some space, ma'am? What is your problem? You shouldn't have moved in the first place. And then at one point said, I don't know if the mind is who I'm supposed to marry. I said, girl, why are you playing games with this man? Truth be told, Tambra, you don't even seem like you working like a person that don't even like men. You working like a person that don't like men but will sleep with a man so that you can get pregnant. Because that's all you want. You want a baby. That's what you giving off. Baby, are you lesbian undercover? Because, I mean, if that's what it is, live your truth. Because I just don't understand what we're playing around for. Like, all of this for a storyline to stay on this show, I don't get it. Because at this point in time, it's like, girl, you told that man said we ain't had sex in 2 months. I said 2 months? 2 months? What? As soon as we move in together, baby, we fucking. Is that bitch? So you mean to tell me y'all laying in the same bed and y'all ain't doing nothing? Like, you mean to tell me, Tamara, that man don't turn over and you feel that wood on the back of you poking you in your back and you don't want to do nothing? Girl, what is going on? Like, bitch, I'm straight as fuck and I'm confused. I'm like, ain't that what y'all do? Because, bitch, if my bitch was up in the bed, and I'm sorry to say that like that, if my woman was up in the bed, she turned over and she put that thigh on me like that, bam, I'm like, oh, shit. I don't give a fuck how tired I was. I'm alert. What you want me to do? Dinga. Okay, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me none of that? None of that? I thought y'all was working on having a baby. Girl, tell me, get up off my screen and stop playing games, okay? Moving on from that, we found out So Gucci and JJ. So Gucci still on her real estate shit. So Gucci still on her fitness shit. Now let me tell you something. Miss So Gucci, Miss Sophia Williams, okay? Let me just tell you this, ma'am. I don't care what the issue was between you and Selena, okay? Let me just tell you this. I'm on Selena's side. I'm just going to say that. I like you, girl, but I'm on Selena's side. I'm going to tell you why. Because us, you know, Selena go way back with a few of us, okay? D4L. All right, that's what it is up in this piece. And I don't like that calling her extra, baby. She been on TV before you been on TV. Unless it's something that I ain't never know about. But, bitch, I knew about Selena before I knew about her. So Gucci, okay? That's just what it is. I seen that preview and I said, And Keisha, what you saying? What you saying? Okay, talk about something. She being loud. I said, Keisha, don't get on my bad side. Don't get on my bad side, okay? With all the stuff that Selena done been through, health-wise and everything, baby, don't do it. And speaking of Selena, and speaking of So Gucci, how the hell JJ get both of them? Those are beautiful women. Beautiful fucking women. And I'm not saying that he is an ugly man. He's just not the type of person that I would think Selena would go after or be in love with or So Gucci. And I'm just sitting here like, what is it? Is it because he has a funny personality and he is a good person? What is it? That man is hilarious, okay? He'd be a good friend. He'd be that friend that you would call to cheer you up for real, because he'll just make the situation funny. You feeling down, just get on the phone with him and he'll just start making you crack up. That's just what it gives. He trying to get some little nookie and everything. Baby came out there in his boxer brief and a robe. I said, please put a shirt on. Please put a shirt on. And let me just tell you this. So, Gucci, I know you just let that man do what he do because he probably been doing this forever. And you said, you know what? He is set in his ways. He is not going to change. And I know y'all know what I'm about to say. Baby, so, Gucci, I just don't understand how you fucking around with a nigga that, and no shade to JJ. How are you fucking around with a nigga who have them thin-ass ponytails and they be so tight? JJ, your eyes be a little slanted. Your eyes be looking the same way mine used to look back in the day when I used to get my hair retwisted and he used to tighten it up so bad and my stuff be all the way back like that because my braids so tight and everything when he styled my hair. Let me tell you something. I be hoping that your hair don't fall out when you take the braids out, okay? I mean, that bitch be slicked down. I will tell you this. I don't know what type of edge control he using. I don't know what type of gel he using, but he needs to put it on the market, okay? Because his shit be slicked the fuck down. Now, Nan hair be sticking up. I said, all right, JJ. Now, let me just tell you this. I need you to cut it. I need you to cut it, okay? Because it's looking a little thin. It's looking a little thin. And them little thin ass braids that you had in the back, baby, you had them 6-year-old braids up in your back, okay? I said no. You are a grown man at this point. You are a grown man. Cut it off or put it in one ponytail. That's it, okay? And when you put that goddamn whipped cream on your mouth, I said, that is not sexy. That is not sexy. And then So Gucci came out there with this. I said, all right. So Gucci said, it looked like I got a little bit more clothes on than you. Girl, he said, go up in there and change into something sexy because make this apron go up like this when you come out. I said, child. I just felt like this scene was the comic relief of the whole episode because I straight up laughed. Do you realize he was doing all of this shit because he wanted his mama to stay with him? The mama said that she wanted to come stay. And he basically already told her yes before talking to So Gucci. Baby, So Gucci got up and said, you ain't getting shit. You know what? I would have did the same damn thing. Now, you ain't finna wine and dine me and thinking that this is y'all because you want to have a little date night or whatever just to drop the real news on me that, oh, and my mama coming to stay with us. What? What? Now, meanwhile, moving on from them, we get, again, Goddess Lengths is back in the same building. And I don't know if this is... Okay, so Latrice was supposed to be in the building with So Gucci. She went to somebody else. And I guess So Gucci wasn't moving fast enough for her. And so she found this other building with another realtor. And I'm just confused about the building location and how the building looked because it looked like a rundown ass shack in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of destitution. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it looked like to me from what they showed on the picture. And, you know, she talking about they moved a little bit too fast because they had to come back to the to the storefront because the building wasn't ready, and the building doesn't look like it won't be ready for like another 6 months or a year and a half or something like that because it has to be renovated. You look at that shit, it has, to be quite honest, I wouldn't want to be up in that thing. That thing look like it needs to be towed down and then built from the floor up. You know what I'm saying? But so she got to wait for that, and because she moved too hastily and thought that she was gonna be already up in that place, the landlord or whatever sold, you know, half of the building, of the space that she was in. So now she's back at the same location, but with half the space. And she's still melting out hair. And then you got Josh up in there talking to her about the whole situation with her husband and Cliff. And I don't want you to be with him. And, you know, he this and you need to get away from him and all this stuff, and I just don't like him, and he think he cute, and he ain't cute, and all this stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting here like, again, it's a time and a place. We talking about personal stuff at a business setting. You are an employee when you are working with this woman in her business, okay? And when we at home and we having girl talk, okay, but now we are at business. We are at work. Let's talk about business and not personal. Latrice, you need to put a line. You need to put a boundary. You need to put a boundary. And I just don't understand how come I don't get like, and see, this is the thing, and I don't want people to be like, no, you're going a little bit too hard on Josh. I'm not. Because again, I understand where Josh is coming from because Josh is like most of us. A lot of the stuff that he said, I agree with about Cliff. But it's, again, you sitting there disrespecting the man in the home that he's staying in, that you're staying in as a guest for free. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like a time and a place when you at the workplace talking about it, and you're not making it an open situation where she can easily just come to you without judgment, because it feels like you're judging her for making a decision that she's doing. But baby, we'll get down to it. Josh was onto something. Josh was onto something, okay? Meanwhile, Letitia, she was using So Gucci to go get a new place, and Marie came up in there. Marie said, Girl, I'm back on the map. We got Marie this, Marie that, Marie cosmetology, Marie hair, Marie this, Marie chemical peel, Marie manicure, Marie housing and development. Girl, we got Marie everything, okay? I said, all right, do what you gotta do, mama. You know, so Gucci, that suit looked real nice on you when you was at the the place trying to show it for Latrice. I said, Letitia, baby, I said look at the crease. Look at the crease in them pants, bitch. Not a wrinkle in sight. I said, now, did you put them clothes on when you got to the building or whatever? Cause I don't see you sitting down up in the car and you getting up wrinkle free. Like, what did you use? Scotch Guard? That was really cute. But Letitia got up out that car with that jacket, that coat on her. I said, girl, who you is? Who you is? I said, oh, Miss Queen Dundada. She coming up here like she really somebody. I said, it was cute, though. It was cute. So she telling them what's going on. She brought Marie there for like a second opinion, and they liking the place for the most part. And, just talking about everything that was happening. And then, of course, so Gucci winds up telling them about the fact that Latrice then went to somebody else and then gonna post it on goddamn Instagram. And they was like, see, I told you, she a snake. She a snake. That's what Marie was saying. I told you that at the reunion. I told you that last season. She a snake. She a snake. And I was just like, oh, okay, you got your one in for that, maybe. That I'm not gonna sit here and hold you. Latrice, that was kind of foul. No, it was foul. If you seek somebody out and you know them personally, and they're trying to help you, and the communication get lost for whatever reason, or you just decide to not go with them and then go with somebody else, you let them know. Because they're going to take it personal. It's not going to be just business for them. They're going to take it personal. And that's professional. You just call them and let them know, that was cool, but I think we're going to go into another direction with someone else. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you do business, okay? And I'm just like, that's kind of messed up. And it felt like you was trying to smear it up in her face when you posted it on Instagram or whatever so that she could see, okay? And that's just not right, especially when you're trying to get to know somebody and being cool with somebody or whatever. So, there's that. Meanwhile, Akeisha, I forgot all about you for a second. Akeisha was at home, and I forgot she had 2 young kids. Because when them kids started crying and stuff, I said, them her grandkids? No, them are her kids. I said, oh, shit, I forgot. So her husband back over there in New York, whatever, I believe, doing some sports broadcasting. Because it's football season. Her and Show Gucci, they're cool, because she was just talking about how it's so crazy that she is friends now with So Gucci. When she first heard of So Gucci, she was like, who in the right mind would call themselves So Gucci? You know what I'm saying? Akeisha, the thing with Akeisha last season was she came off very much judgmental about everybody, and she had like this pretentious type of attitude to her, and she's still talking about the Fair Street Project. Remember when we first started the show off in season 1, Letitia was talking about that was the whole thing to bring everybody together, the Fair Street Project. Then Akeisha came through, and because her family has history with the street, with the area, she got left the building from her family in her name or whatever, on Fair Street. Now she has some ties to some construction people and to some big name people to help get the project started. And we are in season 3, and ain't absolutely nothing happened that we have seen that is different about Fair Street. Everybody keep on talking about the Fair Street project, this Fair Street this, Fair Street that. Ain't nobody put nan shovel to the ground. Ain't nobody put nan freaking bulldozer to the walls. Ain't nobody start building nan fucking brick to get the shit back together. When y'all gonna do it instead of just talking about it? I know we gotta go through the red tapes. I know we gotta go through this, through this, through this. How long it's gonna take? Because honestly, it just looks like y'all using this as a plot point, as a storyline, and y'all not really gonna do nothing about it. I just feel that that's what it just feel like right about now. Okay. Meanwhile, so Gucci had asked her about Tamara. She was like, girl, fuck that bitch. Because I found out Tamara was a goddamn lie. You know, she said this, and I known Tamara for 20 plus years. And when we seen her that day at that party and she was banging on them tables, I ain't never seen that out of her. So it's like, who the fuck is this? And then you gonna lie on me and all this stuff? Girl, fuck Tamara. I said, oh, all right, that's what it is. Tamara, you was lying. You was doing a lot last season too. You was covering your tracks and it wasn't covering too well. All right. You basically said the girl called the other girls ugly or whatever. And I feel like, Keisha, you kind of did. You probably did a little bit and you just don't remember. But hey, it is what it is. You're probably gonna say, took it out of context or whatever. Probably. Meanwhile, we get to the part that I need to discuss for a second. So at the very end, it was like the last 5 minutes of the show. Once it comes back off the commercial break, put up this whole writing talking about how Latrice had went down to M-Bar with her friend Mandy, had a last minute drink. You hear the conversation that's going on between her and Cliff. Cliff is clearly pissed, okay? And at this point, it's like, you come in there, you show your ass, you telling them, take the mic off, or whatever, and I don't know what it is. Yes, I understand that you are old school because you are older, but we are in 2023, and this was probably 2022 at the time, okay? Baby, Cliff, if you wanted, that's the Cliff, you just showed your hand. You really just showed your hand in this in this period. And I'm going to just say this first. Yes, people in relationships and marriages or whatever, they get into fights. They get into arguments and stuff like that, verbal situations. But it looks bad than those situations when you already seen the dynamic between two people. You have Latrice, who is very much younger than Cliff. Cliff is this older man. You have Latrice already calling him Zaddy. You already know that she has daddy issues. And not only that, he is controlling and he is treating her like a child. Because the way he came up in there and yoked her up out of there and reprimanded her in front of everybody like she was 3. Baby, what you not gonna do was embarrass me in front of my people like that. I don't care if it's one person. I don't care if it's a group. What you not gonna do is come in and embarrass me like that, okay? I am your equal. I am your wife. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what the fuck you think. I am your wife, okay? We 50-50 on this thing. I give you respect, you give me respect. Now you getting up in your feelings because she went to get some drinks with a friend and that's it. What you thought she was out there fucking around or something? It's giving insecure. It's giving very much insecure. Because what other reason do you have to be so pissed off that she's at a bar sitting down having a couple of last minute drinks that she already told you that she was having with a friend? Like what? Even if she didn't tell you at the beginning because it just happened, she still told you and you should have been okay with it and you should be able to trust your woman enough to know there ain't nothing going on. And even if you didn't, why would you come down there and just show your ass like that? And then telling her to take the mic off and then, you know, you grabbing the mic and you throwing it on the floor and then you grabbing her arm and she said, hold up, don't grab me. Okay, and then when the mic is off, you up here talking about some bitch, some every time. What y'all up in here talking about me? And then Josh, I'ma snap that motherfucker. I said, wait a minute, baby. I had to rewind it to make sure I saw what I saw. He calls her a bitch, and it wasn't like up in this bitch or whatever. He literally said, bitch, y'all up here saying something about me or whatever, and I'm gonna get Josh, I'm gonna snap that motherfucker if he got something else to say and all this shit or whatever. I'm this and I'm that. I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, where's all this coming from? And just the way he grabbed her, he calling her out her name, and she up here in the confessional, and she's just like this. Now, I just want y'all to know, like, I really love Zaddy and our relationship. Like, he is the perfect man, you know. But there are some times where it just be like he a little controlling. And he just looks at me like I'm his daughter. And I'm sitting here like, Latrice, wake the fuck up. It's time to be real, baby girl. You do not have to put on a front, because once you preference the thing like that, trying to build him up to put out there that he ain't as good as you try to say he is, we see it. No matter how much you try to say that he's a good guy and all this stuff, he may have his moments, but he also got his moment where he loses temper and he's being controlling as hell to you, because he just showed us that. All right, that's what your friend was saying. That's what your friend was saying. And that's probably the reason, no, that is the reason why he don't like Josh. He don't like Josh because Josh pulled all his cards. And no matter how disrespectful I felt that was, Josh was pulling his cards. Josh was seeing who he was, and you know, he probably want Josh out the house now because he feel, and probably gonna try to get Latrice to basically fire him and not be around him because you know, he probably gonna think that he's influencing her to probably leave him or all of this stuff or whatever. What, seeing you for who the fuck you are? After that, bitch, you just I really hope ain't nothing physical going on, and you can already tell there's probably some verbal shit going on. But like I said, everybody get mad once in a relationship or whatever, but you literally got the cameras rolling and you gonna grab her, you calling her a bitch and everything. I don't even give a damn if you didn't think the cameras was rolling, but the fact of the matter is you on a show. You see the cameras over there and you still gonna call her out her name like that. And they're gonna sit there talking about some, you know, I'm the man of the house. I'm this. You don't want that, you go get one of them other type of boys that do this and do that. I'm sitting here like, sir, what? And Latrice, you about to have a baby for this man? A baby does not fix a fucking broken relationship. And as I said last season, I just don't see this shit lasting. That shit pissed me the fuck off. Latrice, you deserve so much better. And I hope that you'll wake up one day and realize that you can do better, because you deserve better. Okay? It's a lot more fish out there in the sea than that nigga, that old grumpy old man. Okay? Like, come the fuck on, Latrice. But anyway, that was the first episode, y'all. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I see y'all asses. Well, I'll see y'all later on tonight for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Girl, y'all saw the thing. We'll talk about that in another video. I'll see y'all later. Peace.